Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make another wooden house. Oh, and by the way, just in case you have any more house-related needs, wooden or otherwise, feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my other various house tutorial playlists. Odds are, if you like this house, you'll like a lot of my other stuff as well. Moving on, if you want to make this, here's what you're going to need. You'll need some spruce wood and some birchwood planks. Also grab dark oak planks and some dark oak stairs. Also grab birchwood stairs, some dark oak slabs, and finally grab yourself some white stained glass paint. And once you have each one of these materials right here, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll be making it right here, you're going to want to kick off your house with a row of 7 spruce wood coming directly up from the ground. So that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You then want to take this top block, this 7th block, and go right of it by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then connect that 6th block all the way down to the ground, like so. Then once you've done that, you then want to return it back up to this 6th block, the one that you connected to the ground, and you want to go right of it by a further 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then connect that 6th block to the ground, as you've already done previously. Then return back up to this 6th block that you just connected to the ground, and go right of it again by a further 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then connect that 6th block all the way down to the ground, like that, to give you something which should look like this. It kind of looks like a comb or something. Well, what you want to do now, guys, is you now want to add an additional horizontal layer of spruce wood that starts from this 2nd spruce wood coming up from the floor, and it just wants to go left to right, and you just kind of want to go all the way through each one of your 3 archways of spruce wood. So you want to end up with something that should look like this. So it's like 3 capital A's next to each other. Once you've done that, this is what you want to do next. So, I should let you guys know, the entrance to the house is actually going to be right here, and it is going to look roughly, guys, let me just make it for you. This is what the entrance is going to look like. I may as well make the whole thing for you whilst we're actually here. The entrance is going to be right here, right in the dead center archway, and it's going to look exactly... It's not going to look like that at all. What am I doing? Am I making an entrance for midgets? I may have miscounted my blocks there. Whoops, my bad. Easily fixed. I made an entrance for Baby Steve, but the entrance actually wants to look exactly like this, guys, and it wants to go directly in the center of each one of those 3 holes that we have right there. Just to let you guys know, a lot of you like to know that information just nice and early so you can figure out where your houses are going to go. Now, once you've got that taken care of, once you've done the entrance for yourself, you now want to come all the way around to the back of your house. You want to take out your spruce wood, and we now want to take each one of the corners of our spruce wood. We have 8 of them, guys, and we want to extend each one of those corner blocks back by 6, going that way towards where the back of the house is going to be. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 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 And the second floor as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we then want to do, guys, is we want to connect each one of those blocks together, and we also want to connect them to the ground as well, guys. So we just want to end up with like a nice big grid shape by the time that we've finished. As you guys can see that we're kind of putting together now, we just want to have a nice big grid shape. So that's exactly what I'm doing, guys. And I'm just connecting the top layer together as well. It takes a little longer because we've kind of got the stilts on the house, but we want to end up with something that should look like this. Now, once you've done this once, you now want to do this one additional time. So now, to each one of those spruce wood blocks that are facing us, we want to do the same thing again. So rows of 6 coming out of the back of the house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. And 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you just then want to connect each one of those 6 blocks together, of course, and you want to connect them all down to the ground. So we want to have a nice big rectangular, cubish, sort of weird 3D multi-layered shapey thing, which is exactly what we want to end up with. You guys know what that shape looks like. I just described it to you. You don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. So you want to end up with something that should look like this. Perfect. Once you've got that taken care of, guys, this is what you want to do next. So come all the way to the front of your house and come all the way up to the top left-hand side. So you're looking for this block right here. It's just right of this corner block. Go up on top of this block by 1. Then do 8 upright diagonals with your spruce wood with your regular spruce wood from this block. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you want to do bottom right diagonals until you connect all the way down to the top of your house. So you do 8 upright diagonals and then you connect all the way down to the opposite side of your house, like this. So you want a nice big triangular shape. And what you can also do once you've done that, guys, is you can then extrapolate this spruce wood row right here, this kind of like vertical row that we have left and right of the entrance. You can kind of extrapolate that and you can kind of like bring it all the way up and meet one of the diagonals that we've just made. So you kind of just want to, you guys can see it, I can't really explain it any better, but you guys can see exactly what we've done there. We've kind of just extended each one of those horizontal rows to kind of like meet the triangular shape that we've made. And once you've done that on the front of the house, you now just want to do the exact same thing on the back of your house as well. So come into the back left hand corner here, on top of this block we place a spruce wood block, and then we do 8 upright diagonals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we do bottom right diagonals until we connect all the way down to the top of the house, guys. So you do 8 upright diagonals and then you do 8 bottom right diagonals until you connect all the way down to the top of the house, like this. And what you then want to do, of course, is you want to add those 2 vertical rows of spruce woods that just kind of like connect to the diagonals. So you just want to end up with the exact same shape on the back as you do the front. So once you've got both of those taken care of, guys, our next mission is to fill in the walls of the house. So let's get the front taken care of first, and then we can do the back and the sides. So this is actually really easy. So let's start with the top part of the house first of all, guys. So on the front of the house and the back of the house, we have these 2 massive triangular sections, and the way that we're going to fill these in, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's really easy to see what you actually have to do once I've actually done it. So that's the way that I'm going to do it. I was thinking about kind of like painstakingly going through it, but there's not really any point. So let me just do the top part of the house, and then let me just show you what it will look like. And then we can talk about the bottom part of the house, because a lot of this house looks the exact same. It's just the top and the front that kind of where it really differs. And by the way, that is an entrance that we have, like just above the entrance. Later on we're going to have a balcony on the front of the house, so that's why we have that there. So this is what the top front part of the house wants to look like, guys. It wants to look exactly like this, and as you guys can see, it's really simple pattern and design. It's kind of hard to describe all of that. So if you would, pause this if necessary, apply everything that you see right here on this house to your very own house, and once you've done that, we can then move on to the next bit. So the next bit. The next wall that I'm going to show you, the next little panel that I'm going to fill in and show you, is going to be placed just about everywhere else around the house, and it's going to look exactly like this, guys. So on the left and right we have birchwood planks, and then on the top and the bottom we have dark oak wood, and we also have to fill the center of it in with white stained glass pane as well. And just to let you guys in on this, what we're also going to do, we're also going to add 2 layers of dark oak planks, both above and below the window as well, and it'll look like that. So that's kind of like a windowsill. Now we need to do this on the other side of the house as well. So once you've done that to the left hand side of your house, and of course pause this if necessary, of course, you've got to do the exact same thing on the right hand side. So we're just adding an additional window in here, and it's very simple. Birchwood planks on the left and right, then dark oak wood top and bottom, then white stained glass pane right in the center, and then you've got your 2 layers of dark oak wood stairs that look exactly like this. Nice and simple, guys. So once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. Since we have the entire front of the house done, we're now going to go to the back of the house, guys. So let's come to the back of the house and I'll show you what this place actually looks like. So the back of the house, first of all, we're just going to fill in these kind of like unique-y bits. On the back of the house, you guys can see that we kind of have like a weird shape at the top, so we can't just fill in another like entrance, another balcony on the back, because that's not how it's designed. We don't have like a balcony on the back, so we're kind of like cutting this middle panel that we have in the top like in half, and we're then just going to place another window. But just to show you guys, this is what you want to have on the back so far. Like, this is what you want to do on the back, and this is what's unique to the back. It looks exactly like the front, except of course we haven't filled an entrance in for that like middle-ish panel that we have at the top of the house. We haven't added an entrance. Instead of adding an entrance, this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take out our birchwood planks and our dark oakwood planks, and we're just going to add in like another window and windowsill. That's how this is going to work. So we're just going to have something which should look exactly like this, guys. So this is what you want to have for the back of the house, and those are the unique bits. I keep saying that because once you've got that taken care of, what we're now going to do, guys, is we're going to fill every single other one of these empty square shapes, these empty panels around the house. We're going to fill every single one of these in with our birchwood planks, our dark oak planks, and we're going to add windows to every single one of them. So I'm just adding all of the wood in first, then I'll add in the glass, and then I'll add like the windows and the wood at the top and the bottom and stuff. So we're just doing these in stages, and that's the reason that I kept stressing that that was like unique to the back and the front, because every single other space in the wall around the house is just going to be filled in with those windows that we have on the front and the back that we've made already. So we're just adding the wood into the right hand side of the house now, and then we can do all of the glass, and then like I said, we will do the windows. So you might be wondering what we're going to do after all of these walls are complete. We will then be focusing on the balcony area, and it's kind of like a porch as well. It's like a porch balcony sort of deal, and then we'll be working on the roof. The reason that we can't do the roof... God damn it. I knew that had happened. The reason that we can't do the roof before the balcony is because the roof kind of extrapolates onto the balcony and onto the porch. It's actually kind of cool. It's I've made like a house like this before, but it's never been like on stilts, and it's never had like the kind of like balcony with the roof kind of overhanging it as I've had before. I've kind of like taken 2 different houses, and then one that I've never, and then like a feature from a house that I've never made, and I've kind of like combined all 3 ideas together. It's kind of a cool house, really, once it's actually done. But you guys can see that we're now in the process of adding all of the windowsills all the way around the house. We've just got the top bits to add now, and then once we've done that, and as I've already mentioned, we'll then be moving on to the balcony and then the roof. So both of these things are actually quite easy. That is the wrong way, isn't it? There we go. So what you want to end up with, guys, should look exactly like this, and that's every single one of those individual panels, all of the walls completely filled in. Now, once you've reached this point right here, this is what you want to do next. Once you've got all of that taken care of, you now want to head to the front of the house once again. Take out your spruce wood, and starting from each one of these 8 corner blocks that we have on the front of the house, you're going to want to do 8 rows of 4 spruce wood planks coming out of the corners. So that'll be 8 rows of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top row now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we then want to connect most of these together, and we want to connect all of them to the ground. So let me show you which ones you actually want to connect together. You want to connect all of them together except for the bottom middle set. You want to leave this alone. The bottom middle spruce wood blocks you want to leave unconnected. But all of the other ones we do want to connect together. You guys will see what I mean once I actually do all of the connecting here. But you want to end up with something that should look exactly like... Oops. Not exactly like that, exactly like this. So you want to end up with something that should look exactly like this, guys. So that is kind of like the outline of the porch, pretty much complete. I think that we'll now take care of the roof and then we'll add the finishing touches to the house. I think that that's what we'll do, guys. So once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. Come all the way to the left hand side of the house. Take out your dark oak wood stairs and run a row of dark oak wood stairs coming from the front of the house all the way to the back of the house, like this. Then on the next row just above it, do a layer of birchwood stairs. Just running from the front all the way to the back of the house, like that. And that wants to continue on to the porch, by the way. And what we then want to do, guys, is we then want to build up the roof, and just to let you guys know, the way that this is going to work is the roof is going to look... Let me just build up a little for you. If you've made one of these houses before, this won't surprise you, but the roof's going to look a little bit like this. So the first row of the roof and the end rows of the roof, so the bits that overhang, will be made of dark oak wood stairs, and the middle bit of the roof will be comprised of birchwood stairs. That's how this roof's going to work, guys. So what I'm now going to do is I'm just going to build up the rest of the roof now that I've let you guys know that, and I'm sure that you guys will in your own time build up the roof as well. So I'm just going to add all of the birchwood stairs in first, and then I'm going to add all of the dark oak stairs as well. And what we'll then be doing is we will then add in all of the upside down stairs as well onto the front and the back. We'll then add a layer of dark oak slabs onto the top part of the house, and then we'll be finished. And well, I guess we'll be finished with the roof. I was going to say then we'll be finished with the house and then we can take a look at it, but we won't. After we finish with the roof, we've actually got a little bit more to do. But I'll show you guys what we have to do there, and I'll show you how I actually have the exterior set out. I don't usually show you guys how I plan the exteriors and stuff, and how to do those. I kind of leave you guys with your imaginations for that. But I'll show you what I kind of have planned for the exterior this time, because what we're essentially going to be doing, and I've done this with one other house, as I said midway through this house is kind of like a combination between 3 ideas and one that's kind of not ever been made. But I have another house that's kind of like this on stilts, and I have it kind of in a pond. It's kind of like in a sea of water, and we're going to be doing the exact same thing to this one. We're going to have have it set in a pool of water. We're going to have some lily pads. It's going to look quite nice. So that's what's on the agenda here, guys. So we're just this roof takes a little while, as you might imagine, because we've got a couple of parts to it, and we've also got to add quite a lot of the under part of the roof as well with the upside down stairs. But you know, it's what you've got to do with these houses. Some of them take a while, some of them don't. I kind of wish this house was a different shape, to be honest with you. That'd make it a little bit easier, but the only concern that I had was that it'd then start looking a little bit too much like my original version of this house. I wish I actually had the name for it. I wish I could tell you that it was Wooden House number 11, but I don't know what it is, so that you guys could check it out if you like. But I can definitely include it in the card system and in the description below, because if you guys really do like this house, then odds are you'll like the other 2 houses that I keep talking about that are kind of built, or that this house is kind of built from, I should say. I was going to say that I built from this house, but it's the other way around. I built this from them. So I'll include those both in the card system, the houses that I'm talking about, and then you guys can take a look if you so choose. So we're now just adding the end bits on the roof, which is the dark oak wood stairs, and then we're going to do the overhanging parts, or the underhanging parts, I should say. I'm trying to concentrate, which is why I'm stumbling over my words quite a lot. Then we'll do the underhanging parts, then we'll throw the slabs up on top of the roof, and then we'll be done. Yeah, we've added all of those. So what we're now going to do, guys, especially with this front part of the roof, and this does move all the way into the house, we want to do upside down dark oak wood stairs, and they want to come as far back as the house for these under part of the roof. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? We just want to come as far as the house itself, like we want to drag it all the way over. It's not just the first block, it is going as far back as you can, and it should connect with the spruce wood outline. So that's exactly what we're up to. So boom there, then come here, upside down. They're kind of difficult to place, these first few rows. As a matter of fact, those aren't even upside down, just because we've got a lot of the outline to contend with. But we're reaching the top here, and this is the hard half. Once we get to the top as well, you just want to do a row of dark oak wood planks just right in the very center top like this, and you'll end up with something that should look like that, just to show you guys the front of the house. And of course we want to do the same thing at the back now. So coming to the back, we just want to, with our upside down dark oak wood stairs, do the exact same thing, except on a smaller scale here at the back. That's the only difference here. So we're just doing upside down dark oak wood stairs, boom, 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 like that. And we've just got to do dark oak wood plank at the top, and then a layer of dark oak wood slabs running all the way from the front, all the way to the back, or all the way from the back, all the way to the front, like that. And I can't show you the back of the roof and the front of the roof at the same time, but you just want to end up with something that should look like this. And I know it's very dark, guys, but it's something that we're going to have to contend with for a while, but we are going to light this up in a little bit. So once you've got the roof taken care of, guys, this is what you want to do next. Let me show you how I kind of like designed the entrance to the house, like the walkway up. So this is how I kind of wanted it. I kind of wanted it to look a little bit like this. I wanted to have kind of like dark oak wood on the left and right, and I wanted like birchwood stairs in the center, and I also wanted birchwood in the center. So this is kind of like the run up that I made for the house. This is like the step up onto the porch itself, and I also filled in the porch with birchwood planks as well, just to make it a little bit lighter. And I did the exact same thing with the balcony, which I'm realizing we also have to fill in. I filled it in with birchwood planks, because this place is very, very dark otherwise, and it's dark anyway, even with the birchwood. So that's kind of like the lower half, that's like the porch filled in, and the balcony here, we're going to be filling in with birchwood planks. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to take out some torches, I think, and we're also going to grab some fence. So we want to fill in the... What am I doing? We want to fill in the balcony with birchwood planks like this. Then we want to take out some birchwood fence, and we also want to grab some torches. And the torches are just because this place is so unbelievably dark. I also put some here and here, and it doesn't take too many torches before this thing starts really lighting up, and actually looks quite nice. See, there we go, didn't require too much. And what I also did was add a layer of birchwood fence at the top here, but we're going to need a regular dark oak block, like a dark oak plank, instead of the stairs, because if you keep the stairs there, you can see that it doesn't really connect properly, and I like it to connect, so I just use a dark oak wood plank there instead of the stairs, and you can't even really tell the difference. So that's kind of the balcony there, that's that sorted out, it's quite easy. And we want to do a similar thing down here, so we also want to light up the porch here like this. And we also want to place fence going all the way around here. So we're just placing some fence going all the way around the edge of the porch area here. And it wants to look exactly like this, guys. See, doesn't that look nice now that it's all nice and lit up? It actually looks really cool now. So that is what you want to have for the porch area. And let me just show you guys what I actually designed to have for like the exterior of this house. So what you then want to do, or you might not want to. You might want to do this for the exterior of the house. So, where we have like these spruce wood blocks left and right of the entrance here, you might just want to dig into the floor and come out of the house by 3. So that's 1, 2, 3 like this, and then just like do spruce wood coming out in front of the house like this. So that's 1, 2, 3 digging in to the floor. And then we want to take those outer spruce wood blocks and we kind of like want to dig around the house, and they want to stay 2 blocks away from the house, so that'll be 1, 2, and we just want to dig like a big giant trench going all the way around the house, which is exactly what I'm doing now. I'm essentially digging a trench that is staying 2 blocks away from the house, going all the way around it, as you guys can see. So we're just doing this, we're going all the way around, and what we then would do, and I'm not going to do this, guys, because I've already done it once and it's a real pain, but we would then fill that trench in with spruce wood. As you guys can see, I'm kind of doing a little bit of it, so we would then fill that trench in with spruce wood, like this. And for the actual entrance itself, for the walkway up onto the porch, we kind of extrapolate from the materials that we have for the actual walkway itself. So on the left and right of us we would have dark oak wood planks, and for the center we would have birchwood planks like this. So that's how that kind of like pieces together for the center. And then for the bit actually underneath the house, it's actually quite simple. So we have to dig a couple of blocks down, we have to dig 2 layers down. In the second layer, we replace the layer that we take away with birchwood planks, and then on top of that, guys, we don't have the room for it, we would then fill on top of that in with water, like this. And then in that water, I then placed, and you guys are going to see this on the original, we would then place a couple of lily pads going all the way around the house. So imagine that that is entirely dug out. Water's going all the way around the house, including underneath the house as well, and we have a couple of lily pads in a pond, and that's how I did what you're going to see next, so I don't have to explain it too much. And that is the structure of the house, pretty much 100% complete, guys, and now you also know how to do the exterior as well, which you guys are going to see. So that is the house, guys. Let me hop back into my original world so I can show you what I've done to the interior and the exterior a little bit as well. So, back in a moment, guys. The tutorial portion of this is over, of course, but let me show you what I've done to the original. So this is the original version of the house, guys. As you can see, the outside has changed a little bit, and you might be able to tell that the inside has changed a little bit as well. What's that red and yellow stuff? Let's take a look, shall we? So we'll start with the interior. I've not really done too much to the interior as usual, guys, but I kind of have added something just so that it's not just completely plain and boring here. So for the interior, this is the sort of space that you're working with. You've got more than enough room for a staircase, a kitchen, and a dining table, and a lovely, lovely, ugly looking carpet, which is actually so bright that you can see it from the outside. I don't like that carpet, I don't know why I added it, but this is kind of a little interior that I've whipped up. I know it's not very good, guys, I literally made it in 3 minutes, leave me alone, please no bully. The upstairs is worse. If you think this is bad, look at upstairs, but this is a sort of space that you're working with downstairs. You could definitely make a survival house out of this place. So this is the downstairs, moving all the way up into the upstairs, and I should point out, by the way, guys, it's fairly obvious where you're supposed to place the floor. Like, the floor is just supposed to be in line with the very bottom of the house, otherwise you're kind of going to be sinking. You'll get a sinking feeling as you step in the house. It's very obvious where the floors are supposed to be placed. The staircase, you can kind of place it anywhere in the house. You can have it dead center, left, right, this corner, that corner. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't afflict you too much. Moving all the way up into the second floor, you can see, I mean, you can kind of really put it anywhere. And this is definitely worse than the first floor. So this was my very first attempt, and I didn't try and edit it. This is kind of supposed to be a wardrobe. I don't know what I was thinking. This is a wardrobe. It looks nothing like one. I have never seen anything that looks less like a wardrobe in my life. This, I don't even know what this is. This is like a bed kind of merged with a couple of nightstands. There's planks used. There's storage. I don't know what that is either. And then we have a nice carpet. Oh, look at the carpet. At least the carpet's alright. I didn't know what to do here. I didn't really want to invest any time on the interior, but yeah, just to show you guys, I mean, there's plenty of room up on the second floor as well. I mean, it's just nice, it's big, it's open, that's kind of the idea. And we also can walk out onto the balcony where you will see Grumpy Cat in your world, I assume, and my various other houses. Some of you guys won't have seen too much of this world yet, but that's the interior, guys. And just to show you the exterior, although I kind of already foreshadowed most of it whilst we're actually in the tutorial. The entire bottom of this house is submerged in water. We have birchwood planks as a base underneath the water. We have lily pads dispersed throughout. I also extended the stilts that the house kind of sits on. I extended them one block downwards to kind of like fit straight into the water. Otherwise, we're kind of in a situation where it'd kind of be like that. So I kind of like extended all of the legs of the house down one. And then that's kind of it. I mean, I've already showed you how that looks. It's really, really simple. So that's the house, guys. That's it all wrapped up. It can look really, really cool if you really want to put the effort into it. I guess I didn't put the effort into the interior this week, guys. I wasn't feeling it with this house for some reason. The interior, I really like the exterior. The exterior is my main deal with this house, and I guess that the inside of the house is so open, it's so open plan, that I really just didn't know what to do with it. I think that's the main issue. Like, with the other houses, they're kind of like this little alcoves and stuff, and it's kind of obvious at what you can do there. You can stuff some little secrets and stuff, but this is kind of like just a big, nice open area on both the ground floor and the second floor, so I was like, I don't know. But the exterior of this house looks fantastic, so hopefully you guys like this, hopefully you've managed to make it, and if you've done both of those things, guys, I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a like, a favourite, a share, anything you'd feel like doing to help me out, guys. I would just vastly appreciate. I always love it when you show me love. I always appreciate it. Feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my other various house tutorial playlists. There are loads of them in there, and I think I'll also include the 2 previous houses which I kept mentioning throughout the tutorial. An extortionate amount that we're not cutting this here. I mentioned them, an extortionate amount is what I was trying to piece together. Feel free to leave a comment down below. What sort of house would you like to see me make next? I'm really interested in your guys' ideas, and it doesn't even have to be a house. Let me know what house you would like to see next, full stop. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.